What's going on, guys? So we're going to find out how good is a team of 2023 NHL free agents. Now for this video, guys, I decided to put the team in Fredericton. Basically, some billionaire starts up a new NHL team, decides to just sign everybody. So we got the money bag emoji there. Top players, Patrice Bergeron, technically a free agent, even though obviously he's going back to Boston and retiring. Freddie Anderson, Ryan O'Reilly. For this video too, guys, we're only using UFAs, RFAs do not count. And as you guys can see here, this team's 93 overall, which actually ties up with the Boston Bruins, the highest rated team in the game. Decided to put them in the Atlantic Division as well, since they're in Fredericton, which is New Brunswick, right on the Atlantic Ocean. Also too, guys, with the Bruins, I should mention, they still have, Tyler Bertuzzi, Dmitry Orlov. I haven't gone through and moved to free agents yet. It's gonna be a lot of work, but once I'm done, I'll actually release a new roster, so stay tuned for that video. And so now next year, guys, I'll show you what this team is looking like. I honestly think we could be Stanley Cup contenders. Like, team's pretty stacked top to bottom. So first line there, you got Matt Duchene, obviously was bought out, went to free agency, signed with the Stars. Patrice Bergeron, as I mentioned, probably re-signed with the Boston Bruins, retiring, but still technically a free agent. Also, too, the best defensive stats of any forward in game: 99 D awareness, 96 face-off, 97 stick check. There's a reason why he just won, like, what is it, his 6th Selke Trophy, and playing with them on that first line, Patty Kane, probably the biggest name in free agency this summer. Second line there, you got Tarasenko reunited with O'Reilly. They've also got Pacioretty on the other wing. They get a +5. Bertuzzi, Krejci, Killorn on the third line, with JT Comfort, Jonathan Toews, Jason Zucker on the fourth line. Now, everyone said Yzerman, the Red Wings, overpaid for Comfort because he doesn't score that much, but he is very, very good defensively. You guys can see 92 D awareness, so playing on their fourth line will actually be solid. Now, speaking of defense, that's definitely the weak spot of this team. So we got Orlov, Gosper on the top pair. They get a -1, but they're the two best guys. I like Gosper's offensive ability. I want him out there as much as possible, putting up points. We got Klingberg, Graves on the second pair, Dumba and Gudas on the bottom pair. Could have Dumba, Klingberg on the second, but we get a -1. Obviously, both those guys are playing together in Minnesota, but we'll try and save some chemistry there. In terms of the goaltenders, we got Freddie Anderson starting, Tristan Jarry backing him up. Now, you might be saying both these guys re-signed with their current teams, but that wasn't until they actually hit free agency on July 1st. I'm not exactly sure why they waited, till that point to do it, but both these guys were technically free agents. Also, too, guys, we got a couple scratch players here: Max Domi, Michael Bunting. Kind of funny, Domi essentially replaced Bunting on the Leafs. Korpisalo there as well. And in terms of special teams, we get +5 on that first unit, which looks absolutely sick. Even the second unit honestly looks pretty solid too. The four-man there, you can see, same with four-man 2. Both look good. PK-wise, this actually might be the strongest part of this team. Again, Bergeron, 990 awareness. Playing with Comfort is very solid. Orlov, Dumba, good enough. PK2, you got O'Reilly out there, 92 face-offs. With Killorn, PK3, you got Jonathan Toews. So literally each PK has like a 92 plus face-off centerman, so should be winning the draws on most of those. And obviously for the 3-man PKs, we're just right out there with the centerman. So again, shouldn't be losing, many face-off draws. We're winning that puck, dumping it. Hopefully we have like the best PK in the league. Now in terms of the captain here, guys, decided to get a little bit creative. So as I mentioned, Patty Kane, probably like the biggest name free agent this summer. Because of that, he's wearing the C. I gave an A-low to Killorn, as it's actually the forward that signed for the most money so far this summer. Kind of crazy, like a little over $6 million with the Ducks. And then same thing for Orlov, highest paid defenseman free agent this summer, $7.5 million or so with the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, finally here, guys, I will show you the ratings for this team. Currently not having the best preseason. We're 2-5. Luckily, it is only the preseason. Pacioretty there's a point per game. You guys can see the jerseys as well for this team. Decided to go with like the New Brunswick colors. So look at the away there. We got like the red, blue, and yellow stripes. The away is okay. I think the home I like a little bit more with the red as the base. And honestly, probably even more of that's the alternate. Right here, you guys can see the ratings. So we got 98 offense, 90 defense, 91 goaltending. Is that going to be good enough to win a Stanley Cup? Let's find out. All right, guys, we're at the end of the season here with a record of 48, 26, and 8, so a couple wins shy of 50. We are in the playoffs. We actually got a wild card spot. The division's so stacked. Panthers, Bruins, Maple Leafs all above us. The Lightning there actually missing the playoffs. That's kind of nuts to see. Now, next year, we'll take a look and see our leading scorer. Patrice Bergeron, over a point per game, 85. He's got to be winning the Selke this year, over a point per game. And I'm assuming some great defensive numbers, but I will take a look here and see. Behind him, Patty Kane, exact same amount of points. Pacioretty there, 84 over a point per game. He was playing second line. You got O'Reilly there with 80 as well. Tarasenko, 76. Duchene, 57. He was playing first line left wing. I don't think he gets first power play time, though. Although, you know what? Neither does O'Reilly. So, top 5 players definitely carrying this team. Gosper there, 38 points. Same with Klingberg. So, both producing pretty well for us in terms of an offensive defenseman. Everyone else there did about as you'd expect. In terms of the goaltending, Freddie Anderson, .91 save percentage, 285 goals against. Tristan Jarry, they only lost 1 game as a backup. Obviously, backup numbers are usually inflated a bit, but yeah, overall, cannot complain about this team. In terms of the entire league, Barkov actually leading scorer, 103 points with Tkachuk there, so those two went off. You got Yossi, a defenseman, Draisaitl, Marchand, Ehlers, Thompson, Kaprizov, Rantanen, no McDavid. Goals there, Pacioretty, 51, actually taking home Maurice Richard. That's crazy, did not expect that. Defensive scoring, of course, Yossi with 99. best goalie there. Freddie Anderson on our team had the most wins. Save percentage, though, for starters, Vanacek, followed by Shesterkin. And then goals against there also going to Vanacek. Our team, of course, no rookies, but Kuzmenko, leading scorer. I know in real life he can't win the Calder. I think in game they've also got it so he can't. So we'll see who wins that. Now in terms of the entire league, we actually finished 8th there. 8 teams with 100 plus points. Sorry, 9 teams with 100 plus points. That's pretty crazy. And I mentioned how stacked our PK was, guys, so I was curious to see where we ranked. As you can see here, we weren't first, we were actually 7th, so, I mean, still not bad. I really did think, you know, with our centers being Bergeron, O'Reilly, Taves, 3 of the best two-way centers in the league, would have had us, you know, finishing a bit better than that PK-wise, but still, solid season for sure. Now, as a wild card, we're going to be playing either the Hurricanes or the Panthers in the first round, and we get the Florida Panthers here. So, real life, they made the Stanley Cup final, but they did get beat by the Vegas Golden Knights, so we know they're beatable. We'll see what happens here. First 2 games in Florida, 4-2 win, 4-2 loss, so it's 1-1. Head home now to Fredericton, 4-3 OT win, 2-0 win. Okay, can we get by them here in 5? And we do. Wow, okay, so Eastern Conference winners already eliminated. Next, though, we got the real-life President's Trophy winner, Boston Bruins. Kind of funny, of course, these 2 teams face each other in round 1. In Boston here, lose both games, not good. Obviously, a lot of players playing against each other. Bergeron, Krejci, Bertuzzi, Orlov. We'll see what happens here. Next 2 games at home. And we get swept by the Bruins in round 2. I mean, it happens. At least this team had a pretty good run. And the playoffs are now over. The Carolina Hurricanes actually won the Stanley Cup. Patty Kane there, 11 points in 9 games. So, I mean, over a point per game in the playoffs. Definitely, you know, can't put us getting knocked out on him. Tarasenko as well. So, both those big stars. We haven't signed in real life yet. Pacioretty had 10. Bergeron was a point per game. I mean, pretty much everyone seemed to be pulling their weight. Aside from Duchesne, I guess, only 3 points. I'm not sure why he's not playing well in that first line with Bergeron and Patty Kane. Goaltender stats here. Anderson, 908, 3.0. Could have been better, but also, you know, not terrible. Playoff tree, let's see. The Hurricanes there with the Capitals in 5, Rangers in 5, Bruins in 7, and then the Vegas Golden Knights in 6. It's actually kind of cool to see Vegas make the Stanley Cup final just like in real life. Obviously, we know the team awards there. Avalanche take the President's Trophy. Now, the individual awards, you got Barkov taking the Art Ross and the Hart. Yossi, James Norris, Kaprizov, Lady Bing, Perfetti, Calder, Pacioretty, Conn Smythe, of course, that's with the Hurricane, Vanacek, Vezina, along with William Jennings, Labushkin, Bill Masterton, Washington coach Jack Adams, Kopitar, Selke. How did Bergeron not get it? Come on. Barkov, Ted Lindsay. And then, of course, our Pacioretty had the Maurice Richard. So, a pretty big year there for Pacioretty. I'm hoping if he actually stays healthy this season, could play really well on that Washington Capitals team. I think he is a really good scorer when healthy, so we'll have to wait and see. But that's going to do, guys, for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.